Hey, I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Today I'm going to show you how to install a Tusk Stage 1 Upgrade Kit on your Honda Pioneer 1000. The Stage 1 kit is the easiest way to get some of the most popular accessories installed on your brand new machine. These accessories are going to give you some added protection and comfort throughout your ride. And what the kit comes with is your half windshield. You've got the alloy mirror kit with A-pillar mounts and the profile aluminum roof. Now all these accessories, they're really straightforward to install. So let me show you how. To start out, we need to prep our roof. So the first thing we need to do is disassemble the 8 roll cage clamps that came with the roof. So we're going to be using a 5mm Allen to do that. Now we can take the top half of the clamp. This half is going to have the flat section on it, and we're going to use that button head bolt with the washer. We're going to go through the top of the roof, through the slots, and thread those into this half of the clamp. Now that we have everything loosely threaded in, the orientation of the top half of the clamp needs to be so that that mounting bolt is more towards the inside of the roof, and the part that goes around the roll cage is going to be facing out. So we'll go ahead and adjust those, and you do want them to be able to move around still. So now I'm going to have a friend help me take this over to the machine and set it into place, and we'll adjust these clamps to the roll bar. Next, we're going to install the backside of the clamps using the bolts we previously removed. Now with this, you don't want to tighten them down all the way yet. You want to leave them just loose enough you can still adjust this. Next, you want to make some adjustments to your roof. So you want to get this even from side to side and front to back. Once you have it where you want it, you want to start by tightening those button head bolts on the top of the roof with that 5mm Allen. After that, we can tighten all of the clamps down to the roll cage. Once you have all the clamps tightened down, that is going to be their final position, and we need to remove the top mounting bolts for the roof and remove the roof so we can install the foam tape. Now on top of the roll cage, the next step is to put some foam tape in between the roll cage clamps. We're going to do that all the way around the top of the roll cage, and that's going to help dampen any vibrations. And we'll just cut it to length. With the foam tape in place, we can go ahead and reinstall the roof and tighten down all of that mounting hardware on top. The next step is to install the A-pillar mounts. So we're going to remove the mounting bolts for the A-pillars starting on the driver's side, and we are going to reuse the nylock nuts. We will not be reusing these bolts. And to take these out, I'm using a 19mm socket on the back side and 17mm socket on the bolt itself. Now we can take the mount. We've got the spacer that's going behind it. The longer bolts that come in the mounting kit will go through the A-pillar, and then we have that lock nut on the back side. We'll do the same for the bottom bolt. Then we'll go ahead and tighten these down and do the same thing on the other side. Next, we need to install the roll cage clamps for the half windshield. So we need to measure about 2.5 inches up from this weld at the bottom of the A-pillar. So it's going to be about right there for us. Take our 5mm Allen. We're going to remove this bolt from the front of that roll cage clamp. And then we have this rubber strip. Typically, you will not reuse this, but there are manufacturing differences or differences in tolerances for the roll cages. So if this clamp doesn't fit on there very tight, then you need to run that rubber strip. And we're just going to loosely install all of this hardware. So we'll start by attaching the back side of the clamp. Then we'll do those same steps on the other side and set the half windshield into place. Now we're going to use 2 of the M8 by 16mm button head bolts to attach the windshield. Then once you have the windshield in place, you want to adjust these clamps up and down until you have a good seal all the way across the bottom with the flap seal. And we're not going to fully tighten these bolts that hold that half windshield into place, but we're going to get them pretty close. So that's almost tight. We're going to back it off just a hair so we still have some adjustability. Next, we need to install our dash mount. So this is going to go inside the cab. And then coming from outside the windshield, we have our M6 bolt with washer. And then once you have that in the correct position, make sure the mount is tight against the dash. And we're actually going to drill 2 pilot holes right there. We're going to use an 1/8 inch drill bit to do that. And then we're going to screw in the 2 Phillips head screws one at a time using a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. You don't want to use a drill, and that way you don't strip this plastic out. And with those installed, we can go ahead and go back through and tighten down all of our hardware. And the main thing you want to be aware of while you're doing this is just don't over tighten the bolts going into the windshield. You don't want to crack it. So to get these mirrors installed, both of the arms and logos are going to be in the same orientation. So for the driver's side, we're actually going to have to flip this arm to the other side. We're going to use a 3/16 inch Allen to do that. Loosen that up. Once you have the arm straight with the logo, you can go ahead and snug it down. And then we've got the bolt in the end of the mirror. We're going to remove that. Make sure you keep track of that star washer. Install the bolt through the mirror mount. Install the star washer and then thread that into the mirror. Make your adjustments and use a 5mm Allen to tighten it down. And then we'll do those same steps on the other side. And that's all there is to installing the Tusk Stage 1 Upgrade Kit on your Honda Pioneer 1000. If you have any questions about the process, leave those down in the comments below. And if you haven't picked one of these up yet, you can find those on our website. These are going to qualify for free shipping. So check all that stuff out and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.